What's up? I'm just kidding. Hey YouTube, this your girl Elegant hitting y'all up. Um, there's something that I've been noticing in all communities, all races, that is really saddening because I went through it. Um, you know how you see these very pretty girls and they look like they're about something. And when they open their mouth, that's the last time you want to hear them. They're loud, they're cussing, they're fussing. It's not cute. But that's the way that they've been trained to think that it's supposed to be cute. That's the way they're supposed to act. That's the way you get attention. Uh, I know personally because I used to act like that because I thought that's the only way I was going to get attention. I am shorter, so of course you have to speak up. You have to be louder because people won't notice you because you're short. And there's this girl I know, I'm not going to say any names, but she's really obnoxious and she's really loud. I've asked her to tone it down a little bit. She doesn't listen to me. And so when she meets a guy that she likes, they look at her as if, oh, she's so pretty. When she opens up her mouth, they're like, oh my God. I introduced her to this guy and he was like, why would you put this trash before me? And I was like, it was just. So I guess it's now, I guess it's us, our generation that has not been taught that we're ladies. That's all I can say. We're ladies. From the way we dress, the way we look, to everything that we do, we're ladies. Um, Me personally, I used to be the one that was I was loud and I was rowdy, and that's the way I thought that I was supposed to get attention. Not so. I was taught personally to have manners, to have etiquette, to have class, that I should be a woman of a few words. So when I do talk, people want to listen. If someone's yelling at the top of their lungs all the time or being extra loud all the time, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm not going to believe them. Their opinion does not matter to me. Yes, I understand that you should express your opinion, but there's certain times that you should. Um, like for instance, I don't have a lot to say to people. I just don't. Well, I'm outgoing, but if I don't know you, I'm not gonna just sit there and be like, oh, da 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 da, and that I'm going to tone it down, and that way when I do say something, you'll listen to me. I have to speak loud because otherwise you can't hear me on this. So I hope I'm not too loud. But I'm more of a person that when someone asks me a question, I'm not immediately all, oh, and I know that I'm more of a, wow, it is interesting that, more silent and more solemn. And another thing that I've noticed that in churches, girls who have short skirts on, I'm not talking about them being all the way to the top. They don't have to be to your thigh. They can be to your knee. But if you can see that knee area, and one thing that thigh area I meant, then that needs to be covered. And one thing that I've seen is girls trying to cover that or trying to be petite would cross at the knee. It doesn't help. You show more thigh. I'm a big girl, and what I've noticed is we're pretty in our own way. Big girls can do it up. I'm just letting you know now we can. Not putting down the skinny girls, but big girls can do it up. We know what we're doing. But I know we trying to be real cute and I don't want to say sexy, but want to look nice or look like the other girls. We have to get in our minds that we are not them. We're not them. And so certain things there's the such thing of being sexy but not whorish. Because it freaks me out when you see these girls that are big, really big women. They have beautiful faces. They have a nice shirt on. When they get out the car, they have shorts on all the way up and you can see all their wrinkles and their thighs and everything, or a short skirt, and it's just not pretty. I know there's pretty big women. When I get dressed up, I get dressed up. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna put it all the way down to my ankles. That's not me. So when it hits my knee, I know it's hitting my knee. Not making sure I'm not just dripping all out. Another thing, women about the breast. I have an issue with that. A big issue with it. I heavy chested, so you can see everything. And my thing is, women that wear their shirts down here purposely know. Let me show you. Down to here, can y'all see that? They purposely have put in their mind that that's how I want to wear my shirt today. Now, I can see if it was an accident that in the store it fit a certain way and you haven't worn it for a couple of months and now it's down there. Then there's other ways. We got camisoles now. We got they even have this little invention where you hook it onto your bra straps and it covers up your whole chest area. And I think you can show skin, but to a certain extent. Like leave something to the imagination. And one thing I go crazy because I like guys with baggy pants. My mama hates it. Everybody I know hates it, but I like it. But it's a certain way you do it. I don't want to see your underwear. Oh, funny story. Like true funny story. I was in this play and these guys were like they were running down the stage. It was before the show had gone on. So they were running down the stage, mooning the stage crew. And this guy pulls down his shorts. He's supposed to be one of the cute ones that all the girls are like, "Oh, he's so cute." And this boy has a streak of boo boo going down his boxers as he runs out the building. As he runs out, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And the girl, though, there's like several girls, but the girl that I was talking to in the play, I was like, "Oh my god!" And she was like, "Wow," and I liked him. So, girls, guys are not all they say they're cracked up to be. My mama said, I remember in the 5th grade, I liked this guy. 5th grade? But anyway, in 5th grade, I liked this guy, and my mama was like, "You don't know what that he looks cute on the outside, but you don't know what that boy looks like on the inside. He probably don't even wipe his behind." I said, "Mom, he's in the 5th grade." She said, "So?" I said, She said, "Every time you walk out the bathroom, do you wash your hands?" And nobody can say that they always wash their hands because that's a lie. You just lied. I know this is gonna be a long video. I didn't know. But yeah. Oh, and one thing makeup. Makeup is supposed to be natural. I like the whole overdone look. But you gotta know what colors match your face. Point blank. I have nothing I love dark women. My mama is a dark woman. But dark women with bright pink cheeks. I got mine on a little too harsh. I don't know why, but I need to wipe some of it off. But with bright pink cheeks is not cute. That's just my preference. Others might disagree. I believe you might disagree about it, but bright pink cheeks is not really acceptable anymore. It's not it's not who a dark woman with bright pink cheeks. Now the fashion industry has changed and you can do this and you can do that, but it's really overdone. And one thing I hate is when you're in front of a guy and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh," and you're fiddling with your eyelash trying to put it on. That's something they're not supposed to know that you got fake eyelashes on. Everything's supposed to look real. If your hair, women, your hair, do not come to church bald headed, looking like Mohandas Gandhi, looking like Gandhi one Sunday, or go anywhere. I don't care if it's school, I don't care if it's work. Don't go anywhere bald headed. looking like Mohandas Gandhi, looking like Gandhi. Y'all know who that is, that bald, skinny man. And then you got the nerves to come back next Sunday, not judging, but it just says something about your personality. You come back next Sunday looking like Beyonce. It just don't work. It just don't. Now, I know that sometimes ladies, we ain't got time to do our hair, but if you know you don't have time to get your hair done unless it's a dire emergency, do not take out your weave. Make sure you're going to get your hair done or have a backup wig. And I like the whole thing about changing hair colors because I will have pink one day or something like that or like that. I like that. But, don't go from having hair up to here to long Goldilocks hair, the next Sunday or the next day. I'm saying this as this is mainly for young girls because we're not being taught these things. We're not being taught that when you sit down, if you have a short dress on, you don't open up your legs. You cross them at the feet. Most girls think if you cross your legs, you're fine. You're not. We can see everything. And one thing I don't like is when the mothers of the church overdo it. When they see a girl that comes in that's showing her legs, they get up and automatically just say, "Oh, put this over your leg," and they make a big fuss about it. That's not what you do. I should know. I'm a preacher's daughter. That's just something that you don't do. You politely, you pass it to them where nobody's noticing. If you have to, pick up your whole purse and move it beside her while you're giving her the shawl and sit there. And then during a high point in the service, go to the bathroom with your purse and sit where you were. You don't make a big deal about it. But girls, that's something you have to know. Um, Also, I'm gonna say this, it might be inappropriate, but don't tell people when you're on your period. That's just something that nobody wants to know. Don't expound on it. Don't tell, "Oh, I'm on my period and I'm gonna know." It's not cute. No guy wants to know that because it's not something to them, it's not something cute, pretty to them. That's something that should be kept to yourself. So, yeah. One thing I hate, girls, if you have a best friend that has a problem, this excuse does not work. I have a friend that does it to me all the time. "Honey, I love you, but your hair is messed up." That does not work. Or, "Honey, I need to do this," or, "Honey, I need to do that." It may sound sweet to you, but really not embarrassing me, but you might embarrass that person, especially in front of other people. And ladies, if you don't have it together, don't go around telling people that they don't have it together. Don't judge. If your hair looks like crap, Lord forgive me. If your hair looks a mess that day, don't judge people. Make sure you're on point. If I have a stain on my shirt, I'm not going to say, "Oh, you have a stain on your shirt." That draws attention to my stain. If I got a black eye, I'm not going to say, "You got a black eye." Now, girls, if they're supposed to be your friend, you tell them stuff like that in secrets. One thing I can't stand is don't talk behind your friend behind your back. That's something that nobody's telling us. That's supposed to be your friend. If your friend tells you a secret, unless they're gonna kill themselves, don't tell anyone. Or if it's gonna hurt you or someone else or them, you can tell. But during that other stuff, I can't stand it. You come with me talking about my best friend. I'm sorry. That's the end. That's the last time we'll talk. Oh, girls, if your best friend tells you that your man did something, that tried to talk to them or something, don't get mad at them. It was not their fault. It just was not. You need to be telling the guy, your boyfriend or your husband or whoever it is that's trying to mess with your friend, saying, "Okay, we can't be together," because your friend's the one's gonna have your back. That boyfriend may move on. If he's talking to your friend, he's gonna talk to another girl. That's just I don't believe in once a cheater, always a cheater, but I mean, that's just the way it is. If he not really saved, then I'm sorry, honey, you screwed. Uh, and also, let's perfect the earring thing. I think these earrings are so cute for church. My mama says they're not. But because she says they're too big and they draw attention away from God's focus. Because when I sing, everybody's looking at how, oh, she's pretty. Oh my God, you hear her voice?